is this deck gonna play burn?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, a Flame Rift is gonna get you 12 cards. What's up, Lance?
What's up?
How was your pre-release?
It was fun. I didn't crack anything crazy, but the set's pretty fun.
Well, you were there when I cracked both my VVs.
Yeah, you cracked 2 VVs back to back, so
two in a row. It was kind of cool.
Pre-release paid for 3 times over.
Did you hear about what happened to somebody at one of the pre-releases? I read this on Reddit. You know how people like to swag out their deck, have their draft kits or their sealed kits. People have they have their own land sometimes and special sleeves and stuff.
Yeah.
So this one guy wanted to be different and put snow-covered lands. Limited set, they do nothing. In Final Fantasy, they don't do anything. They produce lands. They are not technically legal. Well, someone was about to lose and noticed apparently someone had snow-covered lands all, and this was the 3rd round apparently, and they called the judge on him and gave him a game loss.
What?
And then gave him a game loss for the other 2 matches as well.
That's kind of fucked up.
I thought it was the stupidest thing ever.
I thought pre-releases are supposed to be like fun, new players,
REL 1 or entry level
regular,
or whatever.
right?
Yeah,
regular.
Yeah, very basic. You get a warning, hey, I know it doesn't do much, but technically you should be playing, basic lands. You don't get a game. It doesn't. There was no advantage to be gained from that.
The judge?
From what I understand, it was a Reddit post, so I'll just leave it at that.
That store sounds kind of sus.
On other news, so we have a lot of cards. I don't think we've had a set as impactful as this since Lord of the Rings, right?
Financially impactful or
both, I guess.
For sure, financially impactful. Commander cEDH wise, debatable.
Yeah. We're talking about that now. You clicked on this video to find out.
So the 5 tiers that I think would be suitable for this episode would be not cEDH. So just what you want to play in a cEDH deck. Fringe, conditional, playable, and staple. Starting with Absolute Virtue, 6 white and a blue. It's a legendary avatar warrior. This spell can't be countered. Flying, you have protection from each of your opponents. It's an 8/8.
Okay, does that mean my creatures still don't do damage to you?
Yes. You cannot be dealt damage, enchanted, or targeted by anything controlled by your opponents. So I guess technically it could still attack you.
But it's like 1 ring and it's not going to deal damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very good casual card.
Yeah, this card is sick in bracket 4.
Anything besides cEDH, this card's amazing.
I love using 8 mana to not win, to not gain an advantage, to just not be targeted.
Yeah.
And then pass turn, and then somebody Gilded Drakes it or something, right? So we both kind of agree, not a cEDH card.
Yeah.
Alright, next card we have is Celeste Rune Knight. Okay, it's 1 Mardu, legendary creature, human, wizard, knight. Could be important. When Celeste enters, discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards +1. Whenever 1 or more other creatures you control enter, if 1 or more of them entered from a graveyard or was cast from a graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and it's a 4/4.
I think this is a relatively solid card. This is one of the first few cards that got revealed to us way long time ago, and I was like, this can replace Dahada. Dahada can go in the 99, and this can go in the command zone. Dahada puts cards in the graveyard and gets you mana. That's super great. But Celeste draws you a card.
I feel like that's always been kind of a weak point of Mardu, is the drawing. Mm-hmm. And when it's your commander that's always available to you, that kind of fixes a problem, right?
Yes, it does. And her second ability enables a murderous red cap and
first thing that comes to mind with a command like this is always the sack outlet loops, anything with persist, right? So you already have a built-in win con right, in the command zone, which is always great.
It's a two. Well, it's not a 2-card combo. You still need a sack outlet.
You need the outlet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need a sack outlet and red cap, and then you can win. Or you can treat it like the Hada and start blinking it with whatever. And if you have Underworld Breach, you're always drawing cards, filling up your graveyard.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll have a LED or something that will generate you mana. It's not as resilient as the Hada, but the Hada can be in your 99.
So I think she's solid playable.
Yeah, she's playable. Is she better than the Hada? I don't know. Someone else is going to play Mardu maybe during this summer, and we'll see.
Okay, 2 and Naya. I almost forgot what this... I've played this combination so little, I forgot. Legendary Human Soldier Mercenary. It's a 4/4 haste. When Cloud enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to it. Whenever Cloud attacks, draw a card for each equipped attacking creature you control. Then, if Cloud has power 7 or greater, create 2 treasure tokens.
I honestly don't know anything about this Cloud. There are some cEDH players out there who are playing Captain America, and they're Voltroning the crap out of him.
Yeah, I feel like
I mean,
just because it's Cloud, people are gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make that my cEDH deck, right? Like, they just love the character so much, and now it's gonna become their cEDH deck.
It's gonna be their bracket 4 deck, trying to play it in cEDH.
That's what everyone else knows, but that's not what they believe, right? So
yes, yeah.
I'm gonna say not cEDH, but we'll put it in Fringe.
You know what? Let's piss some people off and put this Cloud.
Sorry, well, all you Cloud stands, if you want to flame us, dude, just go for it.
Not cEDH, guys.
Yeah. Okay, another Cloud card. Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. White, legendary creature, Human Soldier Mercenary, 2/1. When Cloud enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. As long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time.
Super interesting card.
Yeah, so it's half a Stoneforge.
Mm-hmm. And Stoneforge Mystic gets played very, very seldomly, but it does get played in cEDH.
It does.
Yeah.
I feel like this is probably really good in other formats.
I think it'll be utilized. Some people do have equipment win lines that need it, like a Shugo, RIP Nadu, but it still works with Cephalid Illusionist. Shugo, attach, Cephalid Illusionist, equip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Cephalid, yeah.
It's a tutor.
Yeah.
It's a white tutor, but it works.
Yeah. I think it's conditional.
Yes, 100%.
I want to go with conditional.
100% conditional.
All right, next card. Delivery Moogle. Okay, it's 3 and a white. It's a 3/2 Moogle, flying. When this creature enters, search your library and or graveyard for an artifact card with mana value 2 or less, reveal it, and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle.
Moogle is a creature type?
Moogle's a creature type.
That's so cool.
Playable?
It's cool because you have people do play what's the blue card? Trinket Mage, right?
Yeah.
Trinket Mage gets only 1 or 0.
Yeah. Is it 1 or 0 or just 1?
It's 1 or 0, and it's only from your deck.
Yeah.
For 1 more, in white, you can get something from your deck or your graveyard.
Yeah.
I think this is decent. I think this is playable. It is expensive as hell.
I think it's playable.
It is playable.
One good thing about this too is like the same thing with Finale. If you get oppoed, you're like, oh, I'm just going to search my graveyard.
Oh yeah.
Right. So
I think this is playable actually.
I think it's playable.
Yeah.
I mean, 4's up there, but what are the two casting cost things that win the games? There's Scepter. Mm-hmm. There's D-Grid 2.
D-Grid is 2.
D-Grid, right? Things that are like, okay, I'm going to try to win now, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm thinking of Esper, Time Sieve deck, Moogle, get Time Sieve. Boom, right? Like, things are brewing. I think
it gets countered, blink it, bring it back from your graveyard.
Yeah, there you go.
It's very useful.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put it in playable.
Okay.
Next up, we have Edgar, King of Figaro, 4 blue, 4/5 legendary human artificer noble. When Edgar enters, draw a card for each artifact you control. The first time you flip 1 or more coins each turn, those coins come up heads and you win those flips.
So the first time you flip a coin?
The first time you flip 1 or more coins. So an instance of flipping coins, you're going to win all those flips.
Interesting. Not cEDH. Oh, what's his first ability?
When he enters, draw a card for each artifact you control.
Yeah.
I still think not cEDH.
Yeah. I mean, for 6?
For 6.
Why? How big is he?
4 or 5.
It's not cEDH.
Not fun card, not cEDH.
Yeah.
Emmett Selch of the 3rd seat. He's 2 in Dimir. He's a 3/4 legendary elder wizard. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 or less. Whenever one or more opponents lose life, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Do this only once each turn.
I don't know who's playing this.
This feels like a win more card to me.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. There's a lot of cards that enable you to cast things from your graveyard.
Yeah.
There's Yog's Will. I mean, that's a great card.
Yeah.
This, I don't know who's trying to play this, but it's not going to be me.
When I'm casting from my graveyard, usually it's already like a spell I'm already casting to win, right? Like a Savine's Wrecked or a Breach out already. You know, like you're not like, oh man, if I just had things in my graveyard cost 2 or less, I'd win. You know what I mean? That's just not telling me that this belongs somewhere.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't for me. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. You let me know if I am. But I'm going to say this is not cEDH.
I'm going to say Fringe.
So I mean, if you want to put it at a Fringe, maybe. But I don't know. Someone prove me wrong.
You might be right. It might be not cEDH. Well,
someone prove me wrong.
this is a time will tell kind of card.
Yeah.
Another Emmett Selch. Emmett Selch, the Unsundered. He's Dimir 1, so he's 3. He's a legendary elder wizard, 2/4, vigilance. When Emmett Selch enters or attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. All right, so he loots. Oh, not bad. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 14 or more cards in your graveyard, you may transform Emmett Selch. And his transformation is Hades, Sorcerer of Eld, vigilance. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. If a card or token would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So he's a Yawgmoth for your turn.
Very, very interesting card. This, again, was one of the cards that was leaked earlier. I thought it had decent playability. Prospectively, yeah, it works like Yog's Will in the late game, which it's going to take a lot.
2 big thumbs downs for me, right? The meeting or beating 14 or more cards, and triggering only at the beginning of your upkeep.
This is super, super telegraphed. You're either going to try to win early, or you're going to try to play a control game. You're in Dimir, so like all other Dimir decks, you're going to sit there and play control. You're going to counter spells, you're going to kill creatures, you're going to sit back and wait for your opportunity. Your graveyard, oh look, it's finally 14. People are like, hey guys, look, on his turn, he's gonna do stuff.
Yeah. How many cards in your graveyard? 13. Okay.
All right,
everyone.
All right, guys, get ready. Batten down the hatches.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to win, so get rid of his commander. Bounce it. Take control of it. Do something before it gets to your turn, before you can Yog's Will, right?
Yeah. It's that always that trigger that's like at the beginning of your upkeep, or at your end step, or only once per turn, and you're like, I can't, this card's terrible now.
It could be good. It is... No. I'm going to say this is playable.
Okay, playable, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's conditional. Condition being your upkeep and 14 or more cards in your graveyard.
Okay, yes. Okay. Boop. Conditional.
Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. It's 4 and 2 red. Legendary Human Samurai, 6/6. Whenever Gilgamesh enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When you put one or more equipment onto the battlefield this way, you may attach one of them to a samurai you control.
Sell me on this. I saw this card. I didn't read it.
I would put this in like the 99 of a Godo deck. But I don't...
That's win more though, right?
I think so. I mean, the difference between this and Godo is Godo gets any equipment, but it doesn't attach. Mm-hmm. The samurai gets anything from the top 6, and it attaches.
Any number. So if you had 6 equipments on your...
Yeah, if you hit the holy grail of 6 equipments, cool. They're all going on. You get one of them. You don't get another attack. like Godo. Godo gives another attack.
Yeah.
It puts all the equipments into play, and you can attach one of them.
That's a very cool ability.
Yeah.
I personally can't think of a win. Like, even if you somehow put a card on top of your deck in mono red, I can't think of anything that will say, I attack you, I win.
Maybe this is like a good draft card, but not cEDH.
Yeah, we're not in the same realm, unfortunately.
Moving on, next card. Go-Go, Master of Mimicry. It's blue and 2. It's a legendary wizard 2/4. It's XX tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control X times. You may choose new targets for the copies. This ability can't be copied and X can't be 0.
I do have a deck with this, and I do think it's playable. But from an outsider's perspective, what do you think of it?
I think it's highly, highly playable. Quick list off the top of my head of, let's just take the top 4 cEDH decks right now. It's Tymna, Crom, Kinnan, Thrasios.
Okay.
Grog doesn't have any abilities, right? You copy Tymna twice, you copy Crom twice, you copy Kinnan. Instead of 7, it costs 9, and you look at the top 12.
He is an enabler. Whatever is in your...
Yeah, he's like the worst friend who wants to party all the time.
Yes, he wants to go. He's just like, I'm just going to keep going, guys. I saw him, and I immediately thought Teferi. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take Teferi out of the command zone and put him there. Because Teferi costs 6. He's expensive. Go costs 3. And if you have Teferi in play with it, and you're untapping 4 artifacts, then you copy it, untapping 8 artifacts. Anything that enables a untap of itself is potential. There's Unstoppable Plan at your end step, or infinite activations if you have a 1 ring or anything like that. There's a card called Sands of Time. Everything that is tapped is untapped, and everything that is tapped becomes tapped. So that's a trigger that goes on the stack. You copy with Go-Go. You tap everything before the trigger, and then you copy it. Everything's tapped. You get another untap. So at your untap
okay, yeah. So you're making infinite mana in the upkeep or the end step.
Or yes, yeah. So again, if you have your flash enabler, it works there too.
Well, it's interesting because you're thinking it from a brewer's perspective, and I'm thinking, what value does it add to already existing decks?
Yeah.
So that's just good in every way, right?
Yes. In the reason I put him in the command zone is because like I said, he enables everything. He replicates a lot of things that you want to do already. So why not?
I think it's playable.
Yes, I would agree.
Maybe more. Time will tell on that one. Next card, we have Kane, Traitorous Dragoon. It's black and 2, legendary creature, human knight. During your turn, Kane has flying. Whenever Kane deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many treasure tokens, then lose that much life.
So you draw that many cards and make that many treasures.
Tap treasures.
Treasures.
Whoever controls him when he deals that damage.
Interesting. You draw cards and you get tapped treasures.
Yeah, I got my Tymna out. I'll attack you with Kane. Somebody else with Tymna. I'll draw 3 cards, make 2 treasures. It's not terrible. As fast as third turn.
Yeah, but then you don't have him anymore. He goes bye-bye. Yeah. He goes to somebody else. I don't think people are going to kill this guy. He's like, oh, attack me.
Exactly. Well, that's what I mean by he's a political piece, right? Like, oh, come on, attack me, man. I need treasures. I want to draw some cards.
Yeah. That land that gets your creatures back, or is that just commander?
Oh, Homeward Path.
Yeah.
Gain control of all creatures they own.
Okay.
Each player gains control of creatures they own.
Fringe.
I
mean, he draws cards, which is great.
Yeah. I think he's Fringe.
Yeah.
Where did I put him? I put him in Nazi. I'll move him to Fringe. Kefka, Court Mage. It says Grixis 2. When Kefka enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. He has 8. Each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. Transform Kefka. Activate only as a sorcery. His transformation side is Kefka, Ruler of Ruin. It's a 5/7 flyer. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards.
Flip side, very cool. His cost, very expensive.
I mean, yeah, but we're playing in a, it's a slower meta. People are playing like Marnius.
Yeah. When I think Grixis, I think fast. And this is going to be the slowest Grixis deck I've ever played, right?
Probably.
I mean, I don't know, I haven't looked at any lists, but just brewing off the top of my head, you cast it and you start copying this guy, right?
I want to say you either copy it or you flicker him, right? So you cast
copy
him,
or flicker,
you flicker him, you're going to get 1. You might probably, you could get up to 4, right?
If you flip him, you should win, right?
Oh, if you flip him, you flip him and you attack, you're drawing 5 cards right there, right? Oh, on my turn, you're gonna tap your Mana Confluence to counter me. All right, I'll draw cards. Oh, you're gonna tap your City of Brass during my turn. Okay, you're gonna tap your Talisman during my turn.
Is this deck gonna play Burn?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, a Flame Rift is gonna get you 12 cards.
I think it would be playable.
Yeah, I think he's playable.
I think if you have the thing with you have a Grixis commander that does any kind of advantage, it's probably playable. Lightning, Army of 1. It's Boros 1. It's a 3/2 legendary human soldier. First strike, trample, lifelink. Whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or a permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage instead.
So if I attack with lightning, then I bolt him, he takes 6.
Yes.
Or his creature takes 6, whatever.
Or anyone bolts that player.
Or anyone. Oh, okay.
If a source would deal damage, it doesn't say a source you control.
Interesting. So someone becomes a target.
Yeah.
Like, don't attack with
everyone.
With
BJ is staggered. Your fucking Hull Breacher is hitting for 16 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay. As good as that ability is, or all the abilities, I don't think it's cEDH.
Goes in the 99 of Winota, but
oh yeah.
It's cEDH, I think, but like Winota just hasn't been winning, right? Winota is a cEDH deck.
Yeah.
But Winota hasn't been top 16.
No.
In a minute, right?
Yeah.
So, but Winota is a cEDH commander. It goes in a deck that's cEDH, but it goes in a deck that's a cEDH deck that hasn't been really winning.
So Fringe.
So we'll go
Fringe.
Noctis, Prince of Lucas. It's Esper 1. It's a 4/3 legendary human noble. Lifelink. You may cast artifact spells from your graveyard by paying 3 life in addition to paying their other cost. If you cast a spell this way, that artifact enters with a finality counter on it.
If you guys haven't seen this card, I don't know why you're here and you're finding and discovering it now. Thank you for joining us. But this card is definitely playable. The combo with it now is having a artifact that you can't cast hit play. I shouldn't say it doesn't get countered. So it just goes to the graveyard. You build up your Storm with a Aether Flux Reservoir. You lose 3 every time you cast, but eventually you'll start netting positive. Then you got a gun to everyone's head, and you just say...
We figured out a way how to break Aether Flux Reservoir.
By casting a lot of spells. I haven't built, so I think I'm going to try it, see how well it is. It's pretty cool that you can cast stuff. Cast Entomb, and you'll be like, okay, I'm going to cast my bullets from my graveyard.
This goes back to what I was saying about it. If you have a Grixis commander and it adds any kind of value, it's probably going to be played right. This is an Esper commander. It adds value. People are either going to play it in the 99 or they're going to make it their commander, and it might be decent.
Yeah, I think it's playable. I think it's definitely playable.
Yeah. Moving on. Professor Hojo, green and a 1, legendary human scientist 2/2. The first activated ability you activate during your turn that targets a creature you control costs 2 less to activate. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control become the target of an activated ability, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Rest in peace, Nadu. It's on the card.
Obviously, it works with equipment, right? So it's cheaper, 2 less to equip. And then you get to draw a card from that. Very, very Nadu-esque. It's in one of my decks. I'm testing it out. I have ways to utilize the draw card ability on it. It only costs 2, which is great.
Yeah.
He's relatively cheap for that draw ability.
Walmart Nadu, right?
Yeah. There's a few things you're gonna have to use. Unfortunately, you can't use equipment on other people, so you're gonna have to use creature abilities that untap it, right? Seeker, Skybreak.
Seeker.
Seeker, Skybreak. Alfedo, Alchemist.
Okay, yeah, same type of deal. Yeah. I want to say conditional.
Conditional? Yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay, next card. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Quina Ku Gourmet. Are you done? Can I have some? Quina Ku Gourmet. It's green and a 2. It's a 2/3 legendary coup. It's probably the only coup in the whole of Magic.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, man. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 green frog creature token are created instead. 2, pay 2, sack a frog, put a +1/+1 counter on Quina. These token generating replacement effects have been pretty good lately in a lot of decks.
This is the third one that's playable with Warren Soul Trader, right?
Oh yeah, it makes the creatures. Yeah, it makes the creatures that you can sack to make more treasures.
So the first one was what's the squirrel's name?
Chatterfang.
Mm-hmm. The second one was the Aether Drift one. Playable.
I think it's playable, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If your deck is making tokens and you want to make more of them, it's playable.
Definitely we'll see you play if you have Warren Soul Trader.
Quistis Tripe. Blue and a 2 for a 2/2 legendary human wizard. Says when Quistis Tripe enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell if that spell would be put into a graveyard. Exile it instead. So notice it says cast target instant or sorcery from a graveyard.
Yeah, when I first said it, I'm like, okay, it's an uncommon. I'm like, this is okay. Then I realized it was any graveyard.
Any graveyard.
That's super cool. I can see some loops with this.
Someone else cast a D-Tutor. Now you can cast a D-Tutor, you know.
Imagine having Displacer Kitten.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I cast my Dark Ritual, blink it. Like, oh, you have a card in your graveyard. I'll cast that. Yeah. Blink it. Oh, now I'll cast this other card. Blink. Oh, man. I just see this card.
Yeah.
It could, like, storm off.
And you're exiling those spells, too.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
So, are you going to play it as a commander?
I don't...
It's legendary, right?
You could. Yeah, you could.
I mean, I think it would be a viable mill deck.
Oh, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you could play it, play some blink effects, play Displacer, cast other people's cards. Yeah, and play it in a mill deck. I could see that.
I think this would be very interesting. Is it cEDH? Unlikely. As a commander, 99, I'm going to say it's going to be played.
And a 99 playable. It's good enough for me. Next card, Sephiroth. Fabled Soldier. It's a black and a 2 for a 3/3 human avatar soldier. It says, whenever Sephiroth enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved this turn, transform Sephiroth. His transformation site is Sephiroth, 1-winged angel. It's a 5/5 flying angel nightmare avatar. As this creature transforms into Sephiroth, 1-winged angel, you get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Also, it says whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may sacrifice any number of other creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. Primo aristocrat card.
Yeah, but aristocrat's black and white typically.
Yeah.
Right? Is this going to be a mono black aristocrat?
Yeah.
You're making tokens and sacking them.
Yeah. Do you remember all those tournaments that aristocrat decks won?
In cEDH?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them. I can remember.
All 0 of them.
I can count them on my hands.
So, cool card. Probably can be really fun in higher power brackets and whatnot, but...
It's going to be a very expensive card for a long time because... a majority of the people who play Commander are casual, and this card is going to be very expensive for them.
Yeah, and it's Sephiroth, right?
And it's Sephiroth. Yeah. There's a lot of cards that we don't play that are like, why is this a $40 card? I have no idea. Because casuals play it.
Yeah.
Anybody below cEDH plays these types of cards, and it's going to see play, but not by us.
Yeah, probably. Not cEDH. Good card, probably almost anywhere else.
Yeah.
Tataru Taru. White and 1. It's a 0/3 legendary dwarf advisor. When Tataru Taru enters, you draw a card and target opponent may draw a card. Whenever an opponent draws a card, if it isn't that player's turn, create a tap treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn.
I think they nerfed this way too much. is very, very safe.
Dude, I'm pretty sure. I feel like this is staple, man. I'm gonna say staple.
It's in my deck.
Oh, it's in your deck. Which deck?
Noctis. It's in my Noctis deck. Yeah, I have it. I'm playing it. Lotho is cool, right? You cast 2 spells, and then you get that treasure.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, people are gonna draw cards, right?
Yeah.
So it does those Ristic studies, but tapped. Oh my gosh, it's annoying.
I feel like they have. I mean, if they didn't, dude, you can't make this Lotho but better.
I'm gonna wait for the day where the game is so detrimental and I target somebody with my Taru, and they decline the draw. They'd be like, I needed that treasure. But yes, I think this will be played in many cEDH decks. I'm thinking it is a staple.
I agree. I think this is our first staple. Terra, Magical Adept. It's a red-green 1. When it's a 4/2 legendary human wizard warrior. Terra enters, mill 5 cards, put up to 1 enchantment card milled this way into your hand. And it has a pay 4, red-green, tap it, exile Terra, then return it to the battlefield, transform under its owner's control, activate only as a sorcery. So its transform side is Esper Terra. It has 4 chapters. Its first 3 chapters are the same. Create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, put up to 3 lower counters on it, sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Its 4th and final chapter is add double Wooburg, exile it, and return it to the battlefield face up. It's a 6/6 flyer.
A bunch of copy spells, and then you're at 5 colors because of her backside ability, right? It's a 5 color deck.
It's a 5 color deck.
Yeah, so she's...
Spark double, it's like a dual caster.
Oh, dual caster combo, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a leaner, less cards. 1 card to keep doing it instead of 2.
Well, it's 2 card. Yeah, your commander.
Yeah, 2.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have to flip her. I didn't even realize how busted she was. I should have got one.
I think new food chain commanders, new 5 color commanders that are good. I think that's a staple for sure. Yeah. Wandering Minstrel. It's a green and blue Simic. It's a 1/3 legendary human bard. Lands you control, enter untapped. So at the beginning of your combat on your turn, if you control 5 or more towns, create a 2/2 elemental creature token that's all colors. And 3 Wooburg. Other creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of towns you control. So the rest of the card is just blank.
Yeah.
Minus it being 5 color commander identity.
I used Sergio's deck, the Amulet Titan. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Now I want to make a cEDH.
You want to bring that over to cEDH?
Yeah. I mean, it's in your command zone. Your Amulet Titan's in your command zone, and it only costs 2.
Yeah.
So you can play a 5 color Amulet, not Titan deck, because it's banned still.
Instantly, all those lands that come into play tap, they're really good now.
Yeah. So I don't think this is cEDH.
I think somebody can make it. I think
I'm making it, and I think it's okay. Like, it's an Adnos deck because he has so much land.
Oh yeah.
So all you need, when I was brewing it, Mana Bond. Are you familiar with that? Yeah. So you put all lands into play, and then hopefully the lands can win you the game there. Hopefully you have something like a Lotus Cobra in play or something along those lines just to generate you more mana.
Yeah.
But it has potential.
A Nissa, a Cobra, whatever, right?
Yeah, it has potential there. So I don't think it's a staple, but I think it will be played.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely playable. Like, immediately I think it's playable for sure.
Yeah.
I hope somebody can make it broke. Next card we have is Traveling Chocobo. It's a green and 2. It's a 3/2 bird. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast bird spells from the top of your library. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time.
The only bird that I play consistently is Birds of Paradise.
This is Derevi. This has Derevi all over it.
Does it? I don't know.
I mean, your Derevi triggers twice.
Okay.
Because Derevi is a bird, and it enters the battlefield, and ETBs entering from birds or lands trigger twice.
And you can play it off the top.
And you can play lands or birds off the top.
Mockingbird.
Is Mockingbird a bird or a shapeshifter?
It's a bird.
It's a bird?
It mocks people.
Okay. You play lands off the top of your... I don't know. I think it's playable. I don't know if there's... I don't play directly. I don't know if I like how good this can actually be, but I think it's playable. Even if you're playing like a deck that plays green, you can always just... Oh, there's a land on the top. I can play it. Now I can see the next card on top of my deck.
You think it's playable or fringe?
Okay, I'm going to say...
Oh.
Conditional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very conditional.
Conditional.
Very, very conditional.
All right, next card up. VV Orniteer. It's probably not good. We could probably just go to the
Zero
next card.
tier, B tier, minus tier.
I'll read the card, okay? Vivi Orniteer. Is it 1? It's a legendary wizard 0/3, pay 0. Add X mana in any combination of red or blue, where X is Vivi Orniteer's power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Vivi, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent.
The most hyped card in the set?
Yeah. For as far as cEDH is concerned, it's definitely the most anticipated, hyped, built around. There's already multiple iterations. People are like, this is meant to be turbo. No, this is meant to be mid-range. No, this is meant to be a control deck. And all of them are all vying for like what's the best VV deck. All of them are trying to win. They'd already won a tournament. You played VV a few times already, right? Mm-hmm. Have you killed people before having to like combo off just straight slinging spells?
I've gotten people real low. It's not super ideal for you to kill one person off because you have curiosity, and the more people you ping, the more cards you draw. So if you kill if you swing and your VV is like 10 and you swing off one person, that's 10 less cards you're going to draw off that person.
Yeah. It's like Glinthorn, right?
Yes, yeah. You want to keep the life totals kind of balanced and use that card advantage. I mean, this is speaking if you have the curiosity on your creature.
Yeah.
So any spell you cast, you're drawing 3, cast, draw 3. So it's super advantage towards that.
Hyped enough or overhyped?
I think just enough.
Just enough?
I mean, hot take, people who think things are overhyped, that's all in your head.
Okay.
You could have different perspectives on it. Be like, okay, that never fell on my radar, and, you know, like, oh, this is the best food. It's like, oh, that was very overhyped. What? You have a different taste.
Yeah.
People have different tastes. People
it's all
have
subjective,
different perspectives.
right?
Yes, very, very.
Because even in the 99, this can just still like...
Yes.
So I'll put it in staple.
Yeah.
All right, I agree.
It's going to be played. Definitely staple.
Next card, Y'shtola, Knight's Blessed. It's Esper 1. It is a legendary cat warlock 2/4. Vigilance. At the beginning of each end step, if a player lost 4 more life this turn, you draw a card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, Y'shtola deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you gain 2 life.
This is one of the few cards that I didn't really read into.
So this triggered a lot of older cards to like skyrocket in price. Because it says if a player lost 4 life.
Oh,
right.
Okay,
so
okay.
any of those cards that have buyback 4 life, buyback 3 life, whatever,
or anything that costs life, right?
Yeah, or anything that costs life. Like I mean, there's already cards being played like that, but there wasn't a lot of cards that have buyback, pay for life, because you can keep doing it with the buyback.
4 life for 1 card.
Yeah.
I'm not sold. I mean,
it's also in Esper colors, so it's in line with like what good what the good cEDH colors are.
I mean, where do you think this belongs?
I think it's playable.
You think it's playable?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm honestly not sold on it.
Okay.
I'm not hating it. I need to be proven wrong, but like on paper, how I'm thinking of it, I don't see this as like, a great cEDH card, or I don't see this anything more than fringe, to be honest.
Okay.
Could be wrong. I'm just not sold on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really...
Are you going to play it?
No.
Do you know anybody who's going to play it?
All those people that bought the card.
Will agree to make it playable. But I'm only picturing it in as a commander.
Yeah, that too. I can't picture it in the 99. It's another Y'shtola, another cat lady card. Okay, Y'shtola rule 4 and 2 blue, legendary cat druid 3/5. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under owner's control. Then, if it's the first end step of the turn, there's additional end step after this step. So essentially, this is letting you get 2 ETBs off a creature. What kind of mono blue trigger ETBs can be?
I mean, there's a lot. I mean,
all the trinket trophy, whatever mages, the seekers.
But you're at end step now, right? And you're gonna have to go to cleanup, and you have all these artifacts that you can't cast at your end step.
well, you got you have Coistus Trepay. You have Snapcaster, I guess.
Fringe or playable? She costs 6.
Fringe.
She costs 6.
Fringe. I think Fringe. Cool effect.
Yeah.
I like to double my end step triggers. That's cool.
No, that's super cool. And you get to blink stuff. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Yuna, Grand Summoner. This is Bant 1. It's a 1/5 legendary human cleric. Grand Summon. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. When you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever another permanent you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, if it had 1 or more +1/+1 counters on it, you may put that number of +1/+1 counters on target creature.
So, like any other tap or mana generator, you slap Penman's Aura or Freed from the Real on it, tap it, untap it, tap it, untap it, because you use that mana for
on Yuna itself.
On Yuna itself. Then you cast a Walking Ballista for 0.
Yes, that works. Yeah.
Hence the Unabomber.
Yeah. Just other cool effects too. When another permanent you control is put into the battlefield, graveyard from the battlefield. So this is not just +1/+1 counters, right? These are sagas. Not the hottest cEDH colors.
Can you name a Bant cEDH deck?
Yoshimaru. Yoshithras.
Oh, okay.
Yoshithras. That's it. I know there's one that flies around somewhere, but I can't think of it right now.
Fringe?
I would say Fringe. It could be more. All right, next card. Louis Sois Sacrifice. It's a blue, and it has a blue instant. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice a legendary creature or pay 2. It says counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or non-creature spell.
You casted Brain Freeze. I casted Flusterstorm.
Yes.
And you just needed like 1 or 2 of them to resolve.
Yeah.
Then you counter 2 of the storms off, just because all you needed was 2 to resolve. And then I used this card to counter the storm, which is cool, because now you can counter like storm abilities. So you weren't gonna get any off of there. Yeah. In that situation, it was very, very cool. I did lose my commander, but in ROG X
the free one.
In ROG X decks, they're pretty good. I mean, Rogak, good fodder for it. Ragavan, great fodder for it.
Thrasios,
Ishimaru.
Yoshimaru. Yeah.
Yeah. These creatures are relatively low cost. And then when you do get to late game, hopefully you have that extra mana where you don't have to sacrifice the creature.
You're not stuck if you don't have a legendary creature to sack for this. And I feel like there's a strong feeling of being able, it's strong to counter triggered and activated abilities in a flash meta.
Yes, yeah. Right now, I mean, counter spells can only do so much. This literally counters anything except for a creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So triggered, activated, 9 creature.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So I think this is playable.
I think it's playable. Yeah. For sure.
I don't think it's a staple. Strict Serenade, that's I didn't think anything of it, but people are playing it. So it is definitely a playable card. So I think that's up there with Strict Serenade. It is a playable card. So in a few weeks we have MagicCon, our local town here. We have
town. Las Vegas is our starting town.
Las Vegas is here. If you see us, I'm gonna try to set up some games, record, and give you guys some of these packs that we have here. We have a lot of Final Fantasy packs and a lot more other swag down here. So I have some stuff to give away to you
Hey,
guys.
those packs.
Yeah, I got a decent amount of packs and other stuff that I could potentially give away. But if you find us and you win,
we're gonna test your magic knowledge.
Yeah.
And depending on how well you do, you could win some packs. You can win more than packs.
What you can also win is a chance, not even you already won, but a chance to subscribe, which is down below. Also down below is our social medias. Check those out. And if you want to support the channel, a way to support it is through our Patreon.
And a big thank you to our Tier 2 Patreons, Big Yoda, Marcus, Dylan, Troy, Rodrigo, and Turd Ferguson.
Next, we have our Tier 3 cardboard cutouts. We have Wong, Matt, Albert, and Joyner. If you like this, please consider joining us on Patreon. Patreon.com/cardboardcontent. Thank you guys for your continued support. Hopefully this video was all your dreams or your fantasies come true. I'm gonna bid farewell, finally. See you guys next time for more content.